Hello, hello. It's Allie. Happy Sunday. Let me just zoom back out a bit here. Hang on. There, that's a little better. All right, 1 second. All right. I'll just bring you up on my other screen here so I can see your comments today. Oh, yes, and I have to mute myself. There we go. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Me, I'm not feeling that great today. Yeah. I'm going to give it just another minute and then we're going to start creating with our super cute lawn cuts from Lawn Fawn. This is the Build a Snowman die. This is so fun to work with. Hi, Beth. How are you, honey? This one is so fun. I think you could sit down with your kids. I think your kids would really love doing this, or your grandkids. Just cut out everything and then just have a ball piecing together and just building snowmen. Hi, Melissa. Oh, goodness. I need a nap. I don't know what it is today. I'm just dragging. Yesterday I was dragging too. I'm not feeling 100% today, so. But we're still gonna have fun. All right. Just wanna. There we go. I know, I love snowmen too. They're so easy to color, right? They're just white. So we're also going to bring in some fun plaids. This is called Perfectly Plaid from Lawn Fawn as well. And it's kind of softer, more muted colors. And there's some nice like blue on blue. And some other like pinks. And I mean, I thought this would be really good for doing this set because the bolder plaids would make the great background like this. And then you could go with the matching finer plaids for doing like the details like scarves and hats and things like that. So I thought this would be a perfect pad to use today. Because who doesn't like pattern paper, right? I'm a hoarder. I don't use it a lot, but... Hi, Lisa. Hi, Rhea. Thanks for coming in today, guys. Okay, is everybody ready to play with some snowman? Yeah, you can't go wrong with plaid, right? It just goes for every season. All right, so let me just show you the die set a little bit closer here. This die set is jam-packed with all kinds of goodies. When you get this stamp set, or die set, some of your pieces will be on the inside. Oops, sorry, I just hit my die cutting machine. So if you've never had dies before, hello, Sabine. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Bonnie. If you've never had dies, you'll need a jewelry cutter. This you can find at, actually, Rhea may have them in the store, but you can also get them at your local craft store. And sometimes you have inner dies that are like locked in. This one actually, when it first came, it's locked inside. So just take your jewel cutters and you're going to run along and do a quick snip. Okay, and then whatever you need to fall out will fall out. Now I do recommend, there are lots of teeny tiny dies in this set. Like this little one is for cheeks and it was inside, I think, this piece here, and I need this whole circle or whole oval, so it had to come out. But if you can leave your dies together, especially your little teeny weenies, then they don't disappear on you. So I left this there. Rhea's linked it up. Yes, Sabine, this die set is in the store right now, so you can buy it. and I believe it is in stock. So I left my little innie beanies together. That way you don't lose them. Like, you could very easily lose that carrot. It's so tiny. All right. So, and I did that with a few of them. So, like, the bow tie is still attached. Okay. So, let's see. There's 2 snowman shapes. A big one and a small one. There's a set of mittens. There's a little bird, and the bird has a little wing. That's what this piece is. These 2 little circles are meant for buttons or coal pieces to put on your bodies. We have 2 little arms and their little carrot nose. Down here we have earmuffs. And I'll explain what this one is for in a second. This is the cuff that goes like across your hat right here. Now you can take out the heart and have it separate, but I've left it on the hat because it's so cute. These little things with the little lines are the cuffs for your mittens. They go over top like the edge of your mitten closest to your hand. And then we have your scarf that goes around the neck, and then the ends of your scarf that hang down. And then it has a little bitty piece of holly and some holly berries. Okay, these are meant to be your earmuffs, so you can do like the base of your earmuffs and then put like colored pieces or pattern paper pieces, and then of course a little bow. And these are cheeks. Now, going back to this oval piece here, this is a backer piece for the back of the face. So instead of having to pop all those little teeny tiny black pieces in to create his smile or his eyes, all you do is cut this either in black or color it black and pop it behind so it covers it all up in one fell swoop. There's no piecing things together. It just makes it faster. Okay? All right. So I've gone ahead and die cut them ahead of time because it's, you know, it's pretty daunting to make sure that I got enough pieces for you guys today. So, I've cut some bodies. If you don't have a tool like this, so sorry. I had something go down and sit in the back of my throat here. All right. Sorry. Wow. So this is a Spellbounder's tool in one. I think they come in a different color now. But this is a great pokey tool to poke out your little pieces. Now, this brush is exactly, I inhaled a tiny carrot, I know. What you do is you can press this, put this down like on a foam piece, or just run it in your hands. And it also pushes all those little pieces out. So this is a great tool if you don't have one. I don't know if I can get it to, you can push this down and it puts the pokey tool back in. So if you've got kids around in your workroom, then it disappears on you. Plus, you can get different ends for the tool, excuse me, and they get stored inside the barrel like that. So it's a great tool to have. All right, if I can get it put back together. And of course you can open this up a bit and it releases that pokey tool, and then it just tightens back up once you release it and it holds it. So it's a fun tool, great tool to have for, especially if you do a lot of die cutting. It just makes things so much easier. So we have some bodies. I just die cut a whole bunch of stuff, guys. We have some earmuffs and a little bit of everything. So we're just gonna build a snowman. All right. So I think we will actually build our snowman first, and then we'll work on backgrounds. So this is where you guys get to have some fun. We're going to do these pair first. We're going to make these for our I can never remember. It's not portrait, it's landscape card. Wow, boneheaded. Brain's not functioning today either, apparently. Okay. I'm just going to pull out a piece of scrap paper here. And this is my trick for coloring smaller die cut pieces. I just put some adhesive down, press your arm into it to get rid of the really, really sticky part. We're going to start with the black pieces. So we're going to need a hat. And remember, this is a backer for the back of the eyes and the mouth, right? So that's all going to be black too. To make this easier, you can absolutely cut this out of black cardstock. But I just figured that since my dies are all together anyway, that we would just color them. You can also ink them too. You can use your Crayola markers or whatever you got. These just happen to be Copics. I'm just making sure that I get down into the grooves of the paper and along the edges too, just so that there's no white core of that paper showing. And these ones really don't matter. You just have to get the surface because they're going to be hidden behind. There we go. Like easy peasy. Debbie asks, how big are the snowmen? Okay, hang on one second. Let me just grab my ruler here. I'll do it in inches. Is the inches okay for you? Okay, so this is the tallest one. He is 3 inches by, let's say 2. So 3 by 2. And the smaller one is 2 3/8 by just over 1.5. So yeah, 2 by 3 for the big one. And then the other one will obviously be smaller. There you go. So we got our hat and we got the back of our face. And you know what? So that we don't lose them, let's glue them on. You're welcome. Yes, and Rhea has linked the pad of paper that we're using today, the Perfectly Plaid. It is also in the store. And all I'm doing is just putting a little bit of glue kind of behind all of their holy parts. And I'm just going to put it down. It's like easy peasy. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. There. And now you can see, excuse me, their happy little faces. I wish I had a mute button, but I don't. Okay. Happy little faces. Okay. Do you guys want to pick a plaid color for this one? I'll give you 2 choices, and you can tell me which one you want me to grab. Okay, so blue or pink, let's say. Blue or pink. Which would you guys like to do on this card? I'm so sorry. First person to answer will get your choice. And Bonnie says pink. She's the winner. It would have been a tie. 2 pink and 1 blue. We'll do the blue for the other one, okay? All right. So just use your favorite rectangular die that's slightly smaller than an A2 card base. I think it was a piece of popcorn. Isn't that awful? I'm just going to pass this through. This is slightly smaller than an A2 sized card front. And get my die cutting machine to cooperate with me today. Okay. So now that we have a background, we know what we can do our details in. So this happens to be an older, My Favorite Things stitched rectangular die. But there are so many companies out there with so many different kinds. I'm sure you have one in your stash, or you can just cut it with your trimmer. That's okay too. Okay, now we're going to go and look for like the finer detail pattern that would probably go with this. I'm just going to, might be towards, oh, do you think that'll go? Has a little bit of blue in it. It'll still go. We could go, you know what, maybe we'll go this one. So the only reason I want to go finer is because the details on them are, I want them to be a little bit finer in plaid because they're smaller, right? So sorry. All right. We are going to cut mittens. We're going to cut scarf. And we're going to cut for the, my brain isn't even working now. We're going to cut cuffs. And I'm just using an older piece of masking paper that I've used before, and I'm going to send this through my machine. Okay, one tip. If you have a big shot, this is the best thing I learned. Always flip your stuff upside down so that you're cutting on the upper plate and not the lower plate. I find that I get much cleaner cuts and cuts that actually cut the first time and you don't have to go through and push them through again and again. So that's a great tip if you have a big shot. I just find that I get much better product in the end. All right, so we're just gonna tappity tap tap, and everything is pretty good at coming out of the dies. If you, another thing too is go to the dollar store and get yourself photo. These are just magnetic photo sheets, and have one of these just laying on your desk. One second here. Okay. And then you can throw your stray dies if you don't have it on the back of your packaging, and then it just holds everything for you. And then you don't get lost on your desk. Okay. Sorry, Mom. That's my mother calling. Sorry, Mommy. Okay. So, the next thing I want is I need a piece of, hang on. I thought I was prepared today, but apparently not. Just a piece of white cardstock. And I'm just going to cut it down here. We're going to need these to create our snowbanks on our card. So what you want to do is just take the same die that you used to cut your backer. So the die that I used here. You want to cut it out of your white, and this will just make sure that your snowbank matches up with the die that's already used for your sky. So I'm just gonna slam this through the machine, and you do not need a die to do snowbanks. There are lots of dies out there that do snowbanks, but you don't need one. So what you want to do is take your good old scissors and cut yourself a landscape piece. So you can go up like a hill or down like a valley. Whatever you do, make it. And if you're doing more than one card, you can do another one on the other side because you still got the other piece. Okay. So let's adhere this down so it's not floating around on the desk. All right. And see what it looks like. It was made for this because it matches the stitch lines, right? And for some reason I have a little bit sticking out the other side, so voila, magical scissors gets rid of it. Okay, these little babies are gonna go there. Aren't they cute? Okay, so let's go back to our earmuffs. We're gonna also color them black. So I'm just gonna use my wonderful tape down spot here. And again, we're gonna put the stuff over top of the ends of them. So you only really need to do the piece that goes over top the head. Remember that adhesive just holds it down. Oh, and it helps if you color the whole darn thing. There we go. Maybe we'll do earmuffs on him instead this time. And we'll do hat on the shorter dude. I mean, you can make them dudes or dudettes. Doesn't matter, right? Okay, so there's my other earmuff part. Okay, so I'm just going to set this off to the side. And we're going to put earmuff parts on this, which you cut with our plaid. We have two of those. If I can pick them off the table. The trials and tribulations of doing a live. Okay, there's one boopy. And two boopies. You can make them any color. They don't even have to be plaid. You could actually use your Copic markers and color them up too. Okay, let's put a scarf on. Easy peasy glue. And you can kind of finagle wherever you kind of want to put it. Because you could put it down a little lower, but it's kind of whatever you think is easy. We'll put the part of the scarf that goes down across the body. There we go. It's already looking pretty spiffy. And you know what? Let's put a bow tie in the other one because it's just too cute not to use. Okay. Thank goodness for wet adhesive. And you know what? You can do it cockeyed too. Because he's just too cute. All right. Now, you know what? They need some arms, don't they? Okay. On my original card, I used 3 arms. Yes, 3. So there's one tucked behind, one in front on this guy, and one in front on that guy. So we're going to do the same thing. So again, just use that sticky spot on your pepper. You can cut these out of brown cardstock, absolutely. But I was cutting them out, so I figured, I'll just color them. So I'm going to use an E25. And again, I apologize for the tickle in my throat, because that was not funny. And if you go at it from different directions, you'll get all those edges too. Right? Right. Okay. Bum, ba, da, da. Voila! Arms. Okay, so we're going to take the first one and we're going to drop it. We're going to put it behind this guy, like he's coming out and he's hugging his friend. So just a tiny bit of glue on the back. Make sure your colored part is going in the right direction. Might have to put it up a little bit. Here we go. There. So he's going to hug his pal. So cute, right? Okay, so we're going to put, that's going there to get them off the paper. The struggles. Arm. Too cute. Okay, we have our mittens that we need to build too. We're only going to use one, so this time we'll just do that. But he needs the cuffs for them here. And we also need the band for the hat. Okay, so I have a cuff in here. We'll leave it white. And we'll just do doot of glue. There we go. We have a little cuff. You could do them a different color. You could do them like a solid pink or something like that would be fun. And we need a hat. It could be a scarf. I'm not 100% sure what it's called. And let's do maybe, how about an orange? That might be kind of cute. Let's try a soft orange. This is a YR20. And we're just going to color that band. Color done. Again, just a little bit of glue. Da, 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 da. Now, there's still that heart void in our hat. That's okay. We will fill in that heart void once we glue everything down and it has something to glue to. Okay, I think we're going to have to start gluing them down. Otherwise, they're going to start walking off the card. Okay. Whee! Good old glue. Okay. We're going in. And ta-da! There we go. I'm not worried about putting glue underneath his arm because it's going to be trapped underneath the other dude, so it's just going to get trapped by the glue. There we go. And there we go. And voila! Two dudes in a snowbank. How cute. Press it down a little bit. Okay, let's put his hat on. That's what's nice about doing this, is that you can do it, you can make your snowman do whatever you want. Press his little hat down. Attach his cute little earmuffs. You could put them on cockeyed. That would be so cute. Oops. Just play around with it until you find the spot that you want. And then I'm going to press the ear part down and then the headband. There we go. Bum, ba, da, da. Okay. Let's do his arm. Aren't these adorable? If you're going to put anything in your shopping list, you need to put this die set in there. Absolutely, 100%. Okay. So, and you can put this, like, the stick right against the edge. It's kind of like your own snowman, so you do whatever you think is cute. Okay, we're going to do this arm for the other dude, for his mitten. And he's got one that's an arm that's dropped behind, so you're not going to see his other arm. That's why we're only using 3. And we've got his cute little mitten. Cute, cute. And again, you could color the mittens. You don't have to cut them out of pattern paper. You can do them, make them however you wish. Okay, what's missing? We're missing their absolutely cutie patootie noses. So let me find some noses in my bucket of joy here. There's one. Okay, we need another one. Oh, little nosy. I know I cut more than one out. I know I did. I know I did. Nope, that's a cuff. I know I cut. There's a nose. Oh, of course I drop it again. Like Miss Butterfingers today. Okay, 2 schnozolas and YR21. And again, see if you can get those edges too. And put a little tiny bit of a shadow on their noses. I'm just gonna scoot underneath it with a Y17. And the direction of your nose kind of indicates where your snowmen are looking. So I want them to be kind of looking to, or appear like they're looking towards each other. So you just point their noses. See these guys, their noses are pointed towards each other. So we'll do the same thing. Schnozola. Cute. Cute schnozola. Carrot. Carrot nose. So cute. Okay. Like such. Okay. And we need the heart. And this could be cut out of plaid paper too. I don't, oh, I do have one. I wasn't sure if I'd cut out a heart. And this, let's do this out of an orange too. Let's go with the carrot color, the YR21. I'm just going to color it up. And for this, you can just drop in a couple of bloops of glue. And then drop it right into that void. Dun, da, da, da. Like super easy. Okay, now we do have, bring in our pokey tool here. We have a cute little plaid sprig of holly. So let's use it on the hat, just like we did the other guy. But this time it's just going on the other dude's head. Okay. Little touch of glue. And you know what? Because I've got this little teeny part that I didn't quite get with the marker, let's cover that up. Beautiful. Okay, so the last thing that we need to do, other than our sentiment, is we need to do our little birds. Aren't they cute? And they're kind of a generic looking little bird. They kind of do look like a cardinal, but in this case, because I wanted everything blue, I made them into like blue jays, I guess you could call them. I need another clean spot of glue. Don't forget to stick your arm. Okay. I know I have another bird in here somewhere. I gotta find the birds. Now, they do have little eyeballs that are cut out by the die, but I did not poke them out. I just colored them with my Copic. I just was very careful about coloring them up. Wow, Butterfingers today. I'm just trying to pick up their little wings. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to pick out 2 of those little buttons that I'm going to color black too. Oop. Well, my usually there's a little bit of a tack to the end of my tweezers, but I cleaned them off yesterday. That was a dumb idea. Okay, so buttons, black, and of course you can do the brown, you can make them pink. I mean, that's the beauty of it. You can do them however you want. Now, birds. Shall we do pink birds or blue birds? What would you guys like, pink or blue birds? And I will find, while you're letting me know, I'm going to just cut another white piece for our next card. So pink birds. Wow. Pink birds or blue birds for our card. I'll just cut this little baby while you guys are... Lisa says pink. Okay, pink it is. Thank you, Lisa. All right. Pink birds. Okay. So, I'm going to start with an R30. And I'm just going to put down a base coat. And I'm going to do the whole bird this color, and including the wing pieces. Just going to put down a base coat. There we go. Now, that is not the pink I want. Let's go. We're going to bring in an R32. And I'm going to do kind of like their tail, the base of their tail, closest to their body, and flick out. And then I think we'll do a little bit on the belly, just a tiny bit here, a little bit on their crest. So a little bit on the belly, tiny bit on the crest, and then like the underside of the wing. And we're gonna blend it. 1 second here. Just flicking up, and then taking that lighter color, the R30, and just blending it. And once it thoroughly dries, it will look a lot more blended. There we go. Looks a little softer when you go over it with that secondary color. And then we can build our birds. So, glue tube, where'd you go? I put you back in my cup. All right. Okay. So, we have 2 little cutie pies. A little bit of glue on their wing part. And of course, you can put their wings at any angle too. So, this guy is going to have his wing up. And this guy is going to follow that same mark on the die. And then I'm going to carefully take my black and just dot that eye. And we're going to take our brown and we're going to give him a little beak too. Just itty bitty. Doesn't have to be fancy schmancy, right? There. Ta-da! And then we have 2 cute little birds. Okay. Like I was telling you, and you could create a card with just birds on it. You don't have to use the snowman. Kind of do your thing. Okay, this guy is going to be sitting on his earmuffs. Oh my god, the pink ones are so cute. Good choice, Lisa. Okay, and this guy, he's going to be down on the ground. Yeah, there. And then we can put a sentiment. Well, we'll do that later. All right, there we go. Card number 1. And the finishing touch will be to take a sparkle pen. And this is I will link to this in the store. And just add a tiny bit underneath your snowman and along the edge of your snowscape. And you could even do the heart. There we go. I mean, you could do their arms, you could do the whole snowman if you want to. How cute is that? Just a simple added touch. Okay, that is not the cap for that, Allison. Yeah, okay. Here we go. All right, on to our next little baby. Let's put him aside. Put him aside. So for this one, we're going to use a stencil. Because we're going to stencil on a little tiny bit of faux snow. Because it's just fun. Okay. So, the next one we're going to do blue. I don't know if there was another... Maybe we'll do this blue this time for our snowy background. So I'm going to cut that out. I know, don't you love these snowmen? They're so fun. Like I was saying, your kids or your grandkids, or it'd be a great craft to do with young ones. Oh, you know what I forgot on my last card? I forgot cheeks. Oh, how could I forget the cheekies? Really, so cute. I will go back to that in a second. Okay, I'm just cutting my skyline, so I'm just using that rectangular die again. And again, you don't need to have a die for this. You can use your trimmer because it would make it faster. But I love the added touch of the stitching. And like I said, there's so many companies out there with fabulous rectangular dies or stitch dies that you just shop your stash. Okay, there is our blue. And how fabulous is that? So this time we're doing this side. So again, just take your white. This is cut with the exact same die. And just make a hill for your little snowman. And you can die cut this, absolutely, but we're making it easy today. Dun, da, 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 hill. All right. Now, let's go and stencil on some snow before we go any farther. Now, on the original one here, I used some Stickles glitter gel, and there are a lot of companies that have some amazing gels and stuff for this. But for sake of drying time, I thought I would show you how to emboss. So I'm going to bring in that piece of paper, and I'm going to just use it as a platform. Just going to add some skin cells to make it less sticky. And we're going to bring in the fabulous, this is called the Random Bubbles, and it looks like bubbles, but it also looks like snow. So I thought this would be awesome use for this. And we're going to use some Versamark. Yes, Versamark, and we're going to heat emboss. So you want to make sure that your Versamark is nice and juicy. And you don't have to put it kind of where the snowman is going to sit, but it might be hard with this to do that. So we'll just do it right across. Now the only reason I'm doing it different is because dry time, right? Gel will take at least a good hour before it's set. And I really wanted to show you that there's alternatives to doing and making something look very similar. Okay. Da, 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 da. Make sure you go and wash your stencil too, even with Versamark. Okay, I need another scrap piece of paper here so that we can glitter this puppy up. So this is where you want to find your, whatever your favorite glittery embossing powder is. This just happens to be from Catherine Pooler. This is Halo. but there's lots of companies out there that have very similar product. This just happens to be the only one I have on hand. So just sprinkle. And because this is clear, you really don't have to worry about like the little particles. You know how you would typically take your anti-static powder tool and would go over your surface? Well, because it's clear, it's just going to add to the effect. So it's okay this time not to do that. It's just like, it'll look like stray snow. Okay. So you're going to bring in your heat tool, turn it on, and you want to make sure that you give it a couple of seconds to warm up. This will cause less warping in your paper. So give it a good 15 to 25 seconds of warm up time, and then you can apply it to your paper. Hello, Denise. And keep your tool moving so that you don't burn any areas, because you can. I've done it. Just keep it moving. And when that powder turns shiny, then you know you've done your job. And you can always go back and hit any spots that haven't melted. There we go. And now there's no dry time. You're starting to hoard embossing powders? Yeah. Especially the sparkly ones. Okay, we're going to glue down our hillside so that it doesn't walk away. Okay. And that's why we didn't do the entire sheet, because it was going to be covered up with the hillside anyway. So, ba-ba-da-da. Okay. Glitter is the herpes of the crafting world, so have a dusting cloth around to get rid of it. Well, attempt to. You never really get rid of it. Okay, so we have that. Okay, let's build our bubby. Here's our bubby. Okay. So, do you guys want a hat or earmuffs? Love the background papers. I know, aren't they cute? Cute, cute, cute. I'm also going to grab our other blue. Dun, 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 dun. I think we'll go, yeah. I'm just looking for the other pattern paper to do our smaller details. A hat? Okay, perfect. She'll do a hat. Okay, hat. Does this plaid work for you guys for other accoutrements? We'll do a scarf, because, I mean, it's just too cute not to use, right? Okay. So, we'll put the scarf die through the machine-weenie. Oh, there we go. It helps if you tape it down and then it doesn't move. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Some cutie patooties. Just smack your dies, and generally things tend to come out that way. You know what? Let's do a brown hat this time. I'm going to put down, let's start with we'll kind of contour this one. So I'm starting with an E23, and we're going to completely cover it with an E23. Excuse me. Okay. Then, to contour it a little bit, we're going to take a E25, and you're just going to go down the sides just to darken the edges, and you can do the same for the brim. like such. And you can do like the lower piece of the brim. There we go. Cute brown hat. Okay, I'm going to edge, because this is white paper, and you can do this with other die cuts too. I'm going to use the same color I used as the base and edge it, and that way it covers up that white line. Sometimes it sticks out and looks funny. Okay, scarf parts. Okay, we need, I don't know if I have a, we need arms. We definitely need arms. One arm. 2 arms. Oh. Okay. What else do we need, guys? I think that's it for the moment. Okay. Arms, I'm going to go back to the E25. Boom, boom. Again, just if you go from both sides, you can hit all of those edges. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Okay. Off you come. Little arm, little arm. Okay. Oh, you know what we do need? We need a backer piece for his face. Remember I said this is that weird little oval? That's what it's for. Stick that down, and I'm just going to do black just because I think it makes the eyes and the mouth element stick up and smile at ya. So, and again, you can cut them out of black cardstock, absolutely. Okay, Mr. Glue. Cheeks, yeah, I'll get to the cheeks. Almost done. 1 second. Because we'll do the cheeks on the other one too. Thanks for reminding me, Bonnie. Okay. All right, so this just goes black side down because that's what you want peeking through those eyeballs and that mouth. Ta-da! Apparently this one has teeth. Sorry, funny. Okay. I think everything, oh, we're going to put his arms on before we glue him down. So I think for this one, he's going to be holding a bird. Because I got to use the bird again, because it's just too darn cute. So a little bit of glue. Tweezers are always your friend. So we're going to do one hand up and one hand down. How about that? Oh, Marley. So Marley's my big fat orange cat, and he is stuck outside. And he always lets me know when he wants to come back inside because he's banging on the back door. And of course, I'm the only one who can hear him. A vampire snowman. You can totally do that, Rhea. Just give him some fangs. Oh, that would be hilarious. Okay, let's glue down our little baby here. Whee! Thank God for glue, and I will put glue on the back of his little handsy bensies. Okay. That's funny, Rhea. Okay. On you go, mister. Now it's your job to stick down. Okay. His little hat. And again, you can cut all this out of colored cardstock. This would be really cute cut out of a glitter cardstock. Like a silver glitter or a white glitter. Super cute. Super good. Or you could glitter it yourself. Like if you don't have glitter, just use your Versamark and use like a clear glitter like this. And it would look snowy, right? Perfect. Okay. We'll continue on with the things that we've cut so far. We'll put his scarf on. He could be a pumpkin man. Absolutely, Beth. You know, some orange cardstock. And you could give him some like pumpkin kind of curved lines. That would be kind of fun. And good use of your dies, right? Because you want to get most out of your dies. Because that would be cute. That would be really cute. Okay. Rest of his scarf. See, the thing with doing this with pattern paper is, like, you don't have to, like, color any of those elements up because, ta-da, it's already done for you. Okay, we need a brim. That's not a brim. That's a scarf part. That's a brim. There we go. Maybe we'll just do a white brim. That would be kind of cool. Okay, white brim to his hat. And of course, like I said, you could cut that heart die out of that hat so he doesn't have the heart die cutting out of it, but that's completely up to you. I just left it there because it was just easy. Okay, we need a bird. So I need a bird body, and I know I've got wings in here somewhere. Wingy dingy, where are you? I think there. Oh, we need a nose, don't we? Schnoz, we need a schnozola. There's a schnozola. Okay. Let's put you over there so we don't lose ya. Okay. We're just using our paper here to stick them down, otherwise they're harder to color. Okay, schnoz. Our little schnoz. And our little wing. Okay. And we need a yellow schnoz. Sorry, orange schnoz. Okay. And a little bit of color underneath. Da, 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 da. Shall we do a bluebird? I hope he doesn't get lost on the piece of paper, but I think he'll look better if he's a bluebird. Okay. Like the brown hat? Yeah, something different, right? It doesn't always have to be black. Okay. B52. And I'm just doing the whole bird. Ding, 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 bird. Done. Okay, this is a B45. And again, we're just going to do the base of his tail. We'll do the crest. And we'll do a tiny bit underneath and then his wing. Just underneath and then blend with your lighter color. Because it will dry. It won't be like streaky at all. And then a tiny, tiny bit. Oh, wrong end. Just eyeball. So tiny. And we'll do the beak brown like we did on the other one. There we go. Ta-da! So fast, right? Okay. All right, and then you can, of course, like I said, you can put the wing in any position. So this guy is going to have his wing up. He's ready to go. We need to put our schnoz on. And we might have to die cut another heart because I'm not seeing any hearts in my tray of goodies. And if you don't have Copic markers, that's okay. Just like read your kids' stash or use pencil crayons. That will work. Okay, and he has popped into our little dude's hand. Okay, cheeks. So there's two kind of options. There's the cheek ovals, and they're so small. So don't lose your cheeks. Okay, one more. I got one right. I spy one right there. Got hopping cheeks now. Okay, there. This might be interesting coloring. Okay, we'll get a clean strip here. Okay, use your skin cells again. Okay, there's one cheeky weeky and two cheeky weekies. Okay, and then you just choose your favorite pink. And I'm just going to use an R30, an R30. Okay, now let's bring in the other card. Because these guys I forgot to do the cheeks on, and I wanted to show you the other way to do this. Okay, for this one you need a blender pen. Okay, so this is your 0, your colorless blender. And what you do first is you put down some colorless blender onto your paper, okay? So it soaks into the paper. And then use, this is an R30, just a tiny bit in the center and not like a huge amount of ink. Okay, then go back to your 0 and push it in. So what this does is it makes soft edges and a softer color. So do it to the same as Buddy. Because how can you not have rosy cheeks in the winter, right? So again, I put down my blender, a little bit of color. And if you ever want to do soft colors, you can do this with other colors too, not just cheeks. I think it would be fun to put eyebrows on these guys to make them look like they have different expressions. Yeah, you gotta have fun with that. Okay, so we'll bring this guy back in, and then we'll put cheeks. We'll glue cheeks on him. And that's what the BB ovals are for. Okay, come on. Come on. Oop. And you can put them at any angle you want, and anywhere. High, low. Just don't put them in a funny spot. I mean, you could give them ears. That might be kind of weird, though. You know what? I'm not even going to fill the heart because I kind of like that it's peeking through. Does it make it look like he's got no head, though? Yeah. It might look like he's headless. That's the only thing. So you tell me if I should fill the heart or not. Okay, we're just going to do one last thing, is just give him a little bit of snow. Da-da-da. Oh, and you know what? Let's do a little bit of glitter on his hat band. Call it done. Okay, so all I need to do is add these to card bases, and they're done. I'm not even going to bother putting on a sentiment because, you know what, cards don't always have to have sentiments on them. Sometimes if it's a generic card like florals or something like that, and you just don't know if it's going to be for a birthday or sympathy card or that kind of thing, it's okay to leave them sentimentless. Because you can either write in them to your recipient, or you can add a sentiment later when you know what the card is going to be for, and I do that quite often. Today I was going to use this is another Lawn Fawn set here. This is Beachy Christmas, and it has some cute sentiments that I used on my original cards that you can mix and match. But I'm going to leave these one empty for today. So I hope I've inspired you. At least get out your plaids and see if you can play with them, because I think that's kind of fun. And make sure you check out this cute little die set in the shop, because it's just too cute not to add to your stash. I mean, who can resist plaid mittens? How cute is that? Awesome. If you would like to receive one of these cards in the mail from me, I'm going to pick one of our commenters for today. So Melissa says I'm going to do Christmas cards tomorrow. See, you got to get on the bandwagon, right? Yeah. If you want to receive one of these 2 cards in the mail, I'm going to pick a winner as soon as we're done here. So thank you to all of those who have commented today. Hi, Nora. Yeah, and you know what? I think it might even be cute to do plaid snowmen with white backgrounds too. How cute would that be? So look through your pattern papers and think about how many different uses you could use. Yes, I will put a link. Just give me 2 minutes past the live, Debbie, and I will put it in the description, and it will be there for you. So it's easy to get to. Okay? I have it all ready to post, so yay. So thanks everybody for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye, guys. Happy snowman card making. Bye.